Hey, it's Joe Glides. This second video, I'm going to talk about growing your network. This is right next to having a good profile. So, of course, you want to first improve your profile because having a really good, strong-looking profile with a good picture and everything being accurate and current and clear will help you grow your network. Growing your network is really important because basically you can email your first connections. Right? As you join, when you connect someone at the first level, to the right, when you go to the profile, you can see that you can get their email address, and later I'll also show you how you can export all your first connections and get their email addresses. But it's a great way to be able to write them directly instead of writing them through LinkedIn, which I can't stand the LinkedIn messaging system. The other really important one is only people that are in like your first and second and third connections can see you. So if they're not, like, actually, let's say I'm going to come up here and search. When I search, notice like I come back with 14 million people that are in my network that I can see. Right? That is, I'm going to guess, higher than yours. Right? Most people it's like a million or two, and even then it's often even lower depending on how many connections you have. And I think, let's see, I have right now 7. Yeah, no, that's weird because I know I have like 7,800, but that is weird. Anyway, LinkedIn, these numbers change somewhat regularly. I've never understood what in the world they're doing. Let me go back to my network here and see if it'll. So see here, it says I have 7,450 connections in my network. Why that other screen only showed 7,000? I have no idea. Anyway, when people are searching for other people, right? If there's someone who has, let's say, AutoHotkey in their profile, they'll be a certain level, 3rd plus. Well, there's some people where I literally, and I can't easily get to this, I think, but I literally cannot view their profile because they're not even in my 3rd. There are people that aren't in my 3rd level connection, right? And so imagine someone searching for, if you're a business admin, and they're searching for you, and yet you can't even come up in their search return because you're not in at least their 3rd level of their network, right? That's just a crying shame to let that go by and not have them be able to see you. So if you're not entire believer there, so what are the risks, right? Well, there's 2 real main risks. Is that one, of course, if you connect to people, they can see your email address and other contact info, and they might write you. And yes, this happens. I'd say every other day I get an email that looks like a spam email trying to say, hey, thanks for connecting with me, and they write this 20-paragraph sentence of, or comment of why their business is great and how they can help me. And it's just ridiculous. That's not the way you should be doing that. Anyway, though it's pretty rare though, right? You don't get a ton of them that are doing it. The second one is, like, let's say here, I can see other people's connections, right? So if you're afraid that people will look at your connections, right, you may not want to share that. However, I have a link here that I'll again put in the notes, but here it walks you through how you can prevent other people from seeing your connections. So that's not really a real issue. And then the third one that just touches on this topic is what's important. Do you want people that are, you want quality or quantity, right? So my rule of thumb is that if you have less than 500 connections, then you probably want both, right? You want to get as many people in your network as you can, and then you also want to get them that are specific in the area that they work in, right? Because those are the most valuable. They're the ones that are going to be looking for other people like you, or that you want to target and work with. If you have a lot of connections already, what you probably want to do, meaning more than 500, is focus on people who work in the area that you work in, right? And so that's why in AutoHotkey, when I look at my first connections, AutoHotkey is a very, there's not a huge number of people doing it. So there's a total of 3,220 that are using AutoHotkey, and I'm sorry, because I didn't have my second ones there. So let's go back. So there's 889 of my first level connections, but if we look at all of them, I think I can hit this. Yeah, there's 3,320. So I have almost a third out of all the people that are found in AutoHotkey. I have almost a third that are in my connections. And what I just did was I said, hey, you know what? Let me go through and find all those that are second connections. Okay, and I'm gonna go connect to them. But we're gonna cover how do you grow your network here in the next video. Thank you.